I want to go back real quick to what you just said about the 18 to 24 months. I think, you know, that's such powerful information because if you think about it right now, what happens is kids that get diagnosed at an early age are then referred to a specific type of therapy that hasn't necessarily been known to really look at the autistic point of view. It's very neurotypical. So, you know, and talking about trauma and talking about even just that self-understanding, if the adults working with these little kids don't understand how the autistic brain works and don't tap into those strengths, I'm sure that's where, I mean, I read stories about my child started this type of therapy and they're crying and hate it. Or even I hear heartbreaking stories like we tried speech therapy and they cried every time they went. And I'm so happy to hear when parents go with their gut and they pull kids from this because obviously there's something that's not right. And, you know, it's unfortunate that more people haven't shifted this way yet, which is, I know is our mission to educate more
Right.
people.
And you have to remember when they're doing research and say the outcome is better, they're measuring that outcome by neurotypical standards.
Yeah.
So therefore, they're not looking at how traumatizing it was for the child to achieve that level
Yeah.
and at that early age. I had duodenal ulcers at age 2
Oh.
from stress. 2, 4, 8. It's stress related. And
Yeah.
I was under some tremendous stress by age 2.
Yeah.
And I was treated, my parents just, okay, you don't want to be hugged or picked up. I won't hug or pick you up. So I was deprived of things. But, and if I wanted to play with my 2 clothespins, they let me. It's kind of like, well, that's just you. You're different. And they just sort of ignored it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was my greatest trauma.
Because they didn't figure out a way to connect with you. And that's what I
Right.
find with parents. And that's what our coaching does is like it helps the parents figure out how they can connect with their kids because it's hard. Just like your parents, like you connect with hugging. Well, if your kid doesn't like hugging, then what do you do? And that's what the whole
Yeah.
neuro strengths is teaching parents how to tap into connecting with their child based on what their child
An
interests
autistic
are.
child has the same needs as
Yes.
a typical child.
Yeah.
It's just that you have to adjust the way you meet that need to accommodate for the way their nervous system perceives what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so this is why I just think it's so critical that they understand the autistic mind and the way we perceive things to be able to meet our needs, and help us be the best person we can be, which is what every parent wants for their child.
Mm-hmm.
Um, by just saying, just accept me the way I am and don't change anything, which means you're still going to do your approach and you're going to react to me like, well, okay, you don't want it, or you're a hassle, or you're making me angry, and so I'm just going to walk away. That isn't solving the problem. That's not improving. And that was always the key working as a therapist, even before I had my diagnosis, was if I could increase that bond between parent and child, it made my day.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Love it, Sue. Always good stuff.